Yo, this is the RUEL. We over here. You know, we're about to let you guys see our first show. It's called Making Power Moves, PMP. You know, we're gonna do big things. Got big shows coming up. Tonight. We're gonna be interviewing. The show we're gonna be interviewing LUNAR Lounge. Right, my man. You know what's up with that?
LUNAR Lounge, my man Jose Santana, Nico Brown, my man DJ Jules, DJ Fader, doing it big up there.
Yeah, so we got a nice little interview with them coming up, and we also got a recap of Release Yourself. Which is something that we Power Moves Entertainment was working on. It's one of our little shows out in Tampa that we do for the community and for all the groups in the area, the local groups. And we're also going to be interviewing, well, actually an old interview that I got from when I was working on this one show from back in the days called Videograph. I had an interview with Masta Ace. And
you need to realize that graffiti is about fame. That was where it originated. It was, you see my name up on that train right there, that shit's going all over New York City.
And it was never used. I was actually like kind of looking through the crates the other day and digging in the crates, that is. Yeah, and I looked at it and I was like, wow, this is really a good interview. It's something that we should use. And matter of fact, Terra hasn't even seen it yet. You know, we're gonna be loading it up a little bit, doing a little editing in it, so you can check it out.
Yo, we over here at Crowbar. We're about to do Release Yourself. Release Yourself. The new Power Moves thing coming on, you know what I'm saying? So I want y'all to stay tuned. We're early before it sound, we're here to sound check, doing our thing, you know what I mean? Doing our thing, Power Moves. We got a new group coming up tonight, so y'all be stay tuned for that, alright? RUEL Rule, Power Moves over here at LUNAR Bar doing our thing. Yo, I just want to, let introduce the fellas over here. I got Santana right here, Nico Brown. These are the people that be holding it down, Spring Hill, doing their thing big time, you know what I'm saying? Doing big power moves over here. I'm going to let them introduce themselves, tell them what they're all about, you know what I mean? Here you go.
First shout out to Rule, Power Moves. Appreciate you coming by, acknowledging us. We're doing our thing right now, you know what I'm saying? We got LUNAR Lounge pop off. We got different nights. We've been promoting out in Spring Hill for it. We've been doing our hip hop thing, supporting our local artists, which is most important. And anybody who rides with us, we support. So I mean, basically, I think that's it. My man Nick, wanna say anything?
What's going on, man? LUNAR Lounge, shout out to Power Moves Entertainment. You know what I mean? They come check us out. Full restaurant on this side, lounge at night. Hip hop on Fridays, Latin night on Saturdays, ladies night on Wednesdays. You get in the eye, we do something big every night. We're gonna have a hip hop show here once a month. It's gonna be home of the artists right here. Musicians, hip hoppers, R&B, jazz, everything. You can hear the music in the background. We got bands for every night of the week, man. This is our home right here. In about 10 years, you're gonna say, yo, that person got their start at LUNAR. So come check us out now.
Yeah, that's something I want to touch on real quick. You said hip-hop, right? And hip-hop is the base of our show. Like exactly on the hip-hop tip, where do you guys, I know you're doing jazz. Right now I'm here, you guys are doing some old school stuff. I see you guys doing it big in all aspects of music and, trying to keep it, kosher for the community. But what exactly you guys plan on doing on the hip-hop tip? I know you said you plan on doing this once a month, but how big is hip hop involved in this? Because I know both of you guys are from hip hop. I'm saying, you are children of hip hop. So where is that incorporated in your business and what you're doing? You know what I'm saying?
Well, what we're trying to do right now is we stepped up. We still street to the heart. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna represent hip all day long, but with the ambiance that we have in our spot, we're just touching more back and trying to get to the essence of hip-hop, the artistry of it. You know what I'm saying? Real lyricists out here. We're trying to do some real classy so people can represent and respect our culture of hip hop again.
Hold on, we got our other partner. Joe stepped in, DJ extraordinaire. Let him get his shine on.
Yeah, what's happening? DJ Jules. We doing the hip hop shit. We got some, got a couple groups coming out, a couple swags. Got some R&B artists we working with as well. So.
Explain to them trying to really do here with the hip hop more than what we've been doing back in the day.
Yeah, the hip hop is more. It's a throwback movement, really. I mean, we got the youngsters, so we want the older crowd to really, the crowd that really brought hip hop. That's what we really want to represent for and bring them the kind of music we want to hear. Not so much, yeah, we'll ride with the new shit, but it's our shit. Something that means something, the real conscious hip hop, something that says something.
As good as you said that before you enter the room, that's exactly kind of in the direction I was going with the question. We're exactly, we being that we're children of, and we're doing, we're taking it to the business level now. We're exactly all planning taking this and incorporating hip hop, and you can kind of answer our question. Now, I just got one more question for you guys. I know you got DJ Fader up in here. I know he's not here right now, and he's one of, Tampa Bay's legends as far as in the DJ and hip hop tip. He's not here, so anybody can speak on him real quick.
The one thing with DJ Fader, we love this man. He's been doing this forever. Like you said, he is a legend. And what we're trying to really do with DJ Fader right now, his skills are profound. We're trying to get the respect back for him as well in this Tampa Bay area. He did it once before big out here, and we just wanted, people to realize that he still got it. He's still doing his thing. He's still the man. You know what I'm saying? He's up to date. He does whatever, whatever he could do, he do. He goes and represents for everybody else. So we want to show, get him out there back in the streets and have people show him his love and give him his due respect.
Yeah, and I got to agree with that because, like Fader came out to our last event and he supported big time with Head Knockers and he showed love. And, Fader definitely is a hip-hop legend, hip-hop legend, period, and even more so in the Tampa Bay area. So, I'm gonna take a little pan of the place real quick and so you guys can see what the place is all about. And remember, this is Power Moves, making power moves. And these fellas right here are children of hip-hop doing their thing big in the Tampa Bay area. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to take it beyond and take it to the business level, too. But we're going to walk around a little bit and check the place out. And speaking of throwbacks, you guys stay tuned. We got a crazy interview with Masta Ace, back from 1997 when they're back in Firehouse Studio. We're going to be having that later on. We're going to throw that in there so you guys can check that out. But right now, anybody else got anything to say about Lunar Lounge real quick?
We're just doing it big. Like I said, we appreciate you coming through and appreciate it.
Yo, and I want to say, shout outs to my man Santana right here. All right, Nico Brown, Jules. You know what I'm saying? Doing that thing big over here in Lunar Lounge. And, y'all remember, different nights, different things. So call up. You got a phone number here. You can get them real quick so they know what's up. And I'll make sure I put it at the bottom of the screen right there for you guys, all right? All right? 352-835-7133. So I'm going to put that number down there for you guys to have it. I'm going to have it at the end of the show. Stay tuned. We can be right back, all right? Peace. Rule Power Moves over here with Double XL before the show. The show is about to go down a little bit. These are my niggas right here doing their thing. My young jacks, you know what I'm saying? Leaders of the new school.
Boys on the block, Double XL, we tryna reach the top. New boys on the block, Double XL, we tryna reach the top. Double XL, Double XL.
Power Moves Entertainment doing big things, you know what I'm saying? Yo, you gotta check us out on the YouTube, Making Power Moves on YouTube, the new show, you know what I'm saying? Peace. I wanted you guys to DJ Terra. DJ, you know, you guys met him early in the show when we started the show, but I want to let him talk, give a little history and, you know, of what Terra is about. And Terra can tell you what he's doing and what he's been doing and what he's all about. I know you seen him early in the show when we started the show, so, you know, Terra, tell him what you about.
What's up, Ruel? Yo, basically, just got back into DJing again. Kind of took a hiatus for a few years. Started DJing in 1982. Got my first pair of turntables when I was 12. SBDL 1s. Got a pyramid mixer. Shut up. You know what I'm saying? Always loved music, you know, from my Zenith fucking stereo system with the turntable and the 8-track. That's where I first started scratching. I still got the piece of paper that I put down on the turntable. That's on the turn. I have it in my garage. You know, raising a family, blase, blase. But, you know, got Serato now, trying to get that all, you know, tucked under my belt. You know, it's hard to go from vinyl to Serato. Yeah, so going from vinyl to Serato, it's just endless amounts of music, you know, at your fingertips. Basically, what I'm trying to do now, I'm working with Ruel, Nick Major, Power Moves Entertainment, you know, doing my DJ thing. Still writing on the graph level, you know, doing my little doodles here and there. You know, sometimes maybe we hit up a wall, a train yard, you know, whatever. But basically, that's what I'm doing, you know, just trying to get my music up, trying to get, you know, on Serato, and trying to get back out there and rep, you know, as hard as I can. So, you know, on that note, you know, we're going to take a little walk down memory lane, and we're going to check out this Masta Ace video back from 1997. You know, Masta Ace kicks it kind of deep, you know, repping hard rocks on the graph tip, on the music tip. So check it out. Power Moves Entertainment. Let's go.
Okay, speaking of that, we're going to kind of lead into that interview with Masta Ace right now. And, you know, I want to give a shout out to Louis 167, Hard Rocks. He can't be here right now. Well, he can, but he's in the Bronx, so he can't. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Louis. So, you know, the Louis name you're going to be hearing in the interview, that's Louis 167. Masta Ace is going to be mentioning. And so I hope you all enjoyed this interview. And this is part of hip-hop history here. And, you know what I'm saying? Let's take it from here, and you guys enjoy the interview, all right? Later.
Tip, man. I know we in the studio right now. We getting the business tip, but let's open the graffiti tip with you.
Man, I've been falling off, man. I ain't been out in a while, bombing, you know, ever since, you know, we was going out, me, you, and Lou. I've been kind of just chilling with the music because things started getting a little busy for me. Had a couple of records that was making some noise, and I had to like chase that. I had to say, yo, I need to try to get this loose. So, you know, I got more heavy into the music. And I kind of put the bombing to the side, but I still got about 8 cans under the sink, unused.
Couple of fat caps and everything.
Yep. Oh, I got a bag of caps, man. You remember the caps we got from somebody from Germany or somebody gave us.
Probably hook you up with
yeah, Luger. Yeah. He said it was some ill German caps or whatever. Yeah. I still got all that shit, man. It's all under the sink, just waiting. You know, I pull it out every now and then when I can, but I ain't really been doing no heavy shit like I want to.
Yeah, because shit is different now as far as the graffiti laws. I mean, it's crazy now. They're trying to go through some all kind of crazy shit with
they're trying to sweat niggas and all that. I mean, I ain't never personally had no run-ins or nothing, but you know, from what you was telling me, they trying to learn who people are now and put a name with a face and all that. So I think I might be kind of easy to catch.
Yeah. Especially there we go with tape.
But
but you know, it's what you know what it is like certain people is just doing, you know, doing their thing, and certain people, you know, it doesn't mean that you're not bombing right now. You're not representing as far as graph, because when it comes to your music, you always speak in graph. You know, you want to care.
On some level, yeah. On some level, I gotta just big it up because it's an aspect of hip hop. People always sleep on the graffiti aspect and on the breakdancing and, you know, popping aspect. So I've lived all levels, DJing and the whole shit. So just so people don't think that it's all just rhyming and being an MC, that, you know, there's other levels to it. I like to always just make sure that I mention that. A lot of kids live for it.
Yeah, that's what I like about you, is that, you know, since the first time I met you, you always try to represent, like, you know, you always give a mention to all aspects of hip hop, which I understand. At the same time, you know, you got to do your thing with your music, but at the same time, you always definitely always ask, you know, mention, you know, about the breaking, about the graffiti, the MC and the DJ, you know, everything, and which you're an MC already, but you put everything into one. And so some records, you know, you represent and all that aspects of hip hop.
I'm saying I grew up doing it all. You know, I grew up when everything was just, you know, in the early stages. A lot of these younger kids now, they ain't really seen all that. They don't know about all that. All they know about is grabbing the mic or whatever. But, you know, I grew up when you did it all. You did, you know, you was a DJ, you was an MC, you wrote, you know, you pop, you did it all.
A ghetto star.
You know, all levels, for real.
So and the graph tip, like when you was traveling, you ran into a lot of graffiti writers out there. Since you know, like in the Source came out with the interview with you talking about graph with and everything with that interview. Let's talk about that little story you did for
the
graph.
Story, yeah. It wasn't an interview. It was like I had wrote this story when I was in college, like a little short story for a class, and kid from the Source, you know, he saw it and was like, yo, this is kind of hot or whatever. I changed it around a little bit, added some stuff, took some stuff out, and they just basically printed the story that I wrote in college. But it was like a fantasy, cause like when graffiti was real strong, heavy on the trains in New York, when that's what it was about, the bombing, you know, going to the yards and all that. I was like a younger head or whatever, you know, and I lived with my grandmother, and she was like on some, you know, you gotta be in by 11 type shit, you know, and I wanted to be out there and try to get with it, but, you know, I have respect for my grandmother, and I wasn't gonna be on no bullshit, you know. She was looking out for me, for my moms and stuff. I wasn't gonna give her a hard time. So, you know, when I got to college, it was like I always I had to relive that, you know, in some kind of way. So I said I'm gonna relive it on paper and just talk about, you know, the yards and what it would have been like, and you know, the crew, and, you know, the drama that went on, and, you know, plus like a lot of the white kids, because I went to like pretty much a white college, they wasn't up on none of that shit. So it was like I was enlightening them on some shit.
So when you spoke about it, it was like a
they was like, oh, I mean, what you mean, you know, they just go down by the trains, and what about, you know, police and the dogs and all this? Yeah. So I mean, I was enlightening a lot of white kids on shit that they never really even heard about, you know.
So since you're going back like that, let's go to who's like your, you know, your early inspirations as far as graph goes, graffiti, you know, goes in the train, the streets, piecing, bombing, whatever it may be.
Well, I had this paper, I probably still got this shit too, that I started when I was in like 10th grade, and I was writing down every writer that I seen that was like had a little ups or whatever. I would write their name down. It was one sheet of paper, but it was like mad rows of writers and shit. I wish I could find that shit. That would be
cool if you had that.
Yeah, I wish I could find that shit, but back then, like Cope 2 was always like a nigga that I just constantly saw, and for mad long I didn't even know it said Cope. I thought it was COEE for a long time, you know, because the way his P swing under like that. And when I used to be riding the train to school or whatever, like I used to get off at Atlantic Avenue, the junction over there.
What train was
Atlantic
that?
Terminal. It was like the 4s and 5s and shit used to come through there, and I used to see those. But then, like, as far as around my way in Browns, where I grew up at, the MOG crew, Master Graffiti crew, Cito, Jazz, Bus,
TPA, the Public Artists.
Yeah, all them niggas, they used to kill the LL. The LL, like the LL yard was their yard or whatever. and they was like way more advanced than me. I was like a younger head or whatever. I used to come around the way, and they had they lived in Cephalo projects. A lot of them did, and in their hallway, like if you go up to the roof of their building, like from like I think their building had like 16 floors, but from the 16th floor roof all the way down to like the 12th floor, the whole hallway. I mean, every fucking inch of the ceiling and walls was just graphed, like pieces, just the whole shit. And I never seen no shit like that. Like the first time somebody took me up there, I opened the door. You expect it to be like gray walls or whatever, white. Open the door, it was just like colors, the whole shit. I mean, it wasn't like 1 inch of the original wall. The shit was just mad pieces, characters, just all the way down. And I'm just like bugging, like, damn, this shit is ill. And that was them kids or whatever, MOG. And you know, those was the kids that, like, since they lived by me, those are the niggas that I really, you know, used to chase or whatever, follow, you know.
So that was like your main inspiration
yeah,
at that time.
early on. I mean, what really inspired me to like say I want to do this shit, like I'm like aside from just like scribbling, was that the Star Wars documentary.
Definitely.
When I seen that shit, that was like, I guess that was like 82, 83 when I seen that shit, and I was just like, this shit is, I gotta do this. I want to do this.
And especially the part with Scheme is his mom's just like, don't go, you can't do that. Make it you kind of relate to what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, you know, I got my own copy of that. I still look at that. I mean, I've probably seen that shit like 25,
I had like
30
2 copies.
times.
It always got stolen.
Constantly looking at that shit, you know, cause that shit just bring back memories. It bring back a era. Like when I see old movies where the trains are still born, I be like, damn, I wish it could be like that again.
So since you go back to the old days, let's go what's going on now. What do you think about graffiti, bombing, piecing, and everything that's going on now? As far, let's first go on the New York level, and then then speak on the international level. Since you're you're an MC that travels all over the world, I'm sure you see a lot of stuff that a lot of us don't see.
Yeah.
So let's speak on New York, and then let's go on to the overseas and or whatever other state.
Well, I mean, now like being that shit is not on the trains heavy now. Now it's like really just all street bombing and street piecing or whatever, or permission wars. And I mean, I think kids got a little bit more. I see more talent now in terms of just style and color and flavor than back then. Back then it was, if you just got some nice straight looking letters and shit, and your shit was big and whatever you was representing.
It was still growing then. It was still, it was in the growing stage.
Yeah.
Which it still is, but back then it was more like it was just born, so everybody was just basically like really experimenting.
Yeah, exactly. It was mad experimentation. I mean, it was really a lot of straight letters, but it was niggas that was doing, wild styles and like a lot of ill shit. This kid Torch from Brownsville, Webb, niggas like that. This is like Brownsville writers that I grew up with. But
Webb 113 and original Webb, right?
Weber from Brownsville. Yeah. Them niggas, those was niggas that I just was like, wow, these niggas is no joke. But now I guess going out of state, when I go out of state, I see like a lot of just real perfection, like characters, like real detail shit, like real heavy detail shit, which is dope. And like I guess the argument for a New York artist is like, well, if you was bombing trains, you ain't have time to do all that fly, detailed shit like that, because you was gonna get chased out of the yard or whatever. But I mean, it's all art and it's all good to me. To me, it's like that's the one thing about graph that I don't appreciate. It's just too much beef in graph now. Yeah, it's just way too much beef. It's like this crew beef with that crew, and I mean, ain't nobody hitting trains no more. I mean, it ain't like niggas is fighting over train space. It's plenty of New York City to hit, plenty wars, plenty all of that. And I don't know why niggas don't just let other niggas live and do their thing.
Yeah, we got enough problems worrying about the vandal squad and the cops. You're gonna worry about each other?
Shit is stupid, man. It's like motherfuckers will find something to fight about no matter what.
You know what was good about the old days and what's bad about the old days. Some people are so caught up in the old days that it's like they believe that beef is necessary.
It's part of it.
Yeah,
right?
It's part of it. Or if you don't have beef, then why do graffiti? Graffiti's for beef. Yeah. I mean, I know some people that live that way and think that way, and I mean myself personally, and I know you and Lou. I know beef, like it came under beef, whatever. But you don't go looking for it. You know what I'm saying? You do what you got to do. It's bad enough we got enough problems running from the cops and avoiding them and avoiding a lot of shit. So, I mean, that's enough problems. But like I noticed, like out of state, a lot of writers don't have as much beef as New York writers have with each other.
Yeah, it was getting a little ill in LA for a minute, you know, little shootings and shit like that. But you know, shit just need to calm down. You know, if motherfuckers is trying to do art. It's just like this music shit. If you're trying to do art, be lyrical, you know, do that shit. Who the fuck is you beefing with this? When you trying to make money or whatever, you trying to do your thing, do your thing.
So since we talking about the music, what do you think about a lot of that? You know, like a lot of MCs are talking about. All of a sudden now, graffiti is like this big thing now. You know, like a lot of them are starting to like talk about graphing in their rhymes or talking about writing on walls and graffiti. When graffiti is the most ignored part of hip hop, I think. You know, as far as it's the most ignored as far as in the mainstream or whatever. Dancers get their parts.
Right.
You know, the MCs definitely they make the money and DJs get a little play. But it's just like when it comes to the graffiti, it's ignored. You know what I'm saying? As far as hip hop goes. So what do you think about MCs and all of a sudden start talking about graph when like there's a lot of people like yourself, you spoke about it, KRS One spoke about it, the Artifact spoke about it, because they live it, they done it. But you got a few MCs that's coming out. I mean, I hear it in rhymes a lot that probably never even picked up a can, never even wrote on the wall.
Well, I mean, it's two ways to look at it. You could look at it like they don't really know about it, so they shouldn't speak about it, or you could look at it like at least they bringing some light to this thing that we love and we call art that we feel something for. You know, they at least they're shouting it out on some level. I mean, I think it's somewhere in the middle is where it should be. You know, you shouldn't really be speaking about it if you ain't do it, but at the same time, if it's helping the cause or if it's making somebody out there who can relate feel good about what they doing, then it's
that's
cool.
True. I never thought of it that way. That's good. That's a good way of putting it though. Now as far as like the graffiti, I understand you said you're gonna chill in the bomb and everything. Let's speak a little bit about the new album.
I've been chilling. But I don't know if I'm gonna keep chilling. I got that thirst. I still go out, I see spots like that. That's a nice little spot. I can just boom, boom. You know, I ain't finished. I know that.
You know what's funny? It's like I told writers, graffiti is like heroin. Once it's in the brain,
it is like that.
It's like you one day you could be like, I'm not gonna do this shit no more. But sometimes when you see a clean gate or you see some walls where a lot of people, a lot of ups are on, and you can drop a nice feeling on, you start daydreaming about it and you want to do it. So it's like some of those things, it's once it's in your blood, you've done it. It's like really hard to quit. I personally think that they should have graffiti rehab.
82, 83 around there was when I really got into it and started really chasing it and following it. So I was like a baby in it. Like heads was already piecing and bombing and doing straight letters and all that shit lovely, and I was just like trying to get into just my basic tag or whatever, with ink or whatever, just trying to hit the insides of trains. So it was like when I graduated from high school and went away, it was like 84. I'm trying to figure my age out.
That's what I'm doing.
When I went away in 84, like I never really got nice like how I wanted to, I had picked up the can. I had did like my first real crazy looking piece or whatever. It was all crazy crooked. I got pictures of that shit too. My first piece. But my shit wasn't dope then. And when I went away to college, that was when I fell off and stopped really getting with it. It was 4 years away. Then I came back and I met y'all and y'all was still bombing, and I started rolling with y'all. I had to I was still learning. I was still like a student. So I was just watching y'all, getting my tag together, learning how to do fillings, learning how to get quick with it.
Yeah, because I remember one day we was bombing, and at first you used to step back and
take forever.
Yeah, so we were like, yo, come on, hurry up, because we was just used to dropping the fill. It'd take us like a minute, maybe a minute and a half, just drop it like a big fill, and then one day, I think it was in Atlantic Ave or off Atlantic Ave. I don't remember. I remember the garbage truck was coming, and you were like real quick with the filling. And you dropped the outline, dropped the shadow and everything, and you was out. We're so used to you taking your time that when we turned around, we was like, yo, what's up? What's wrong? And he was like, yo, finish. We took the car around and we checked it out, and that was one of the first times I remember you started getting real
progress.
fast. Yeah,
That's progress. That's like, anything you do, whatever it is, every time you do it, you get a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better. And I found myself rolling with y'all, with you and Lou. I was just getting better with it, nicer with it, getting quicker with it, getting comfortable with the can in my hand more, because I never got to that level. And a lot of people, they try to judge, your love for it by how your shit look, and it ain't got nothing to do with that.
That's bullshit.
You know what I'm saying? Your shit, if I've been, like I said, 82 to now is a long time, but I never got nice with it because I didn't have the time to put into it. It's just like anything. If you're a basketball player or whatever, you gotta fucking be on the court constantly to get nice. So, I was just glad to have that time to run with y'all, to start to get a little bit of comfortable with it as far as doing my feelings or whatever. Not a piece, and I never really got the time with that.
You started messing with us with some pieces.
Y'all helped me out. Lou helped me out a couple of joints or whatever. But I'm not even to this day. I don't feel still comfortable. I mean, I could do shit, within myself, but I don't feel that it would compare to somebody like, you who done mad pieces. I'd be like, nah, man, I got to do my shit on the side over here somewhere. But that's just something again that is going to take time of just me, getting with it.
That's the artist in you. You know what I'm saying? That's the artist in you coming out. Because I remember when we was doing a piece in Webster, and I said, come here, let me. And you was like, no. He was like, wait. Let me try, and that's just the artist in me.
I want to learn. I want to learn. Even if it come out fucked up, it's like, I know it came out fucked up, but I want to learn it. Do whatever. It's like, I see Ace shits before. Shit is looking crooked or looking crazy or whatever. They gotta know that that's a nigga who y'all was at that point. At some point when y'all started writing, y'all was at that point, and that's just the
like
point
you
where
said, you shouldn't judge it, because you got a lot of writers. I'm not gonna mention no names, but they caught wreck in the city. They bombed the city. They bombed trains. A lot of writers that never really progressed, but they represented. They did their thing.
And
you know what I'm saying?
Then they was up.
And that's just so I understand where you're coming from. You shouldn't be judged by the way it looks, because it's not like you're trying to win a prize for art or something. You're not trying to win no prize. You're just doing something you love.
Graph is about fame. That's a lot of people don't realize that. That's and that's what some of the maybe some of the kids outside New York need to realize, that graffiti is about fame. 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 That was where it originated. It was, you see my name up on that train right there, that shit is going all over New York City. That's me. Later on it became, okay, style, color, flavor, later on, but originally it was just about fame. If you could just do a regular straight letter that said Joe, and your shit was everywhere in New York City, then you was
get ghetto star right there.
There it is. You was famous, and that's what it's about.
Ghetto celebrity. See, like that's why a lot of people, like, we know a few people that was bombing, like when we was catching wreck. JP was one of them that he never really. You remember JP?
Oh, come on, dot.
Yeah.
dot.
Yo, it's funny because I saw some new tags of his recently.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah, but the thing with him, he always felt like, like a lot of times we would bomb. He's like, damn, I shouldn't be doing throw-ups. I don't feel comfortable. But you seen, he caught mad wreck. His boy Oni caught mad wreck. And, it's not like they had mad style, but it was just there. They did what they had to do, and they didn't give a fuck about what people thought about them.
They tag was known. I know that.
Yeah, definitely, they represented that. That's why I understand where you're coming from. And a lot of writers, a lot of people be like, "No, that shit is whack," but they gotta understand also that. Saying, what do if it's so whack, why don't you do it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's something, there's people that are doing it like a comment that's nicer, that's different, but still, it should be common, and understand where you're coming from. It's just the love for it is there. So, as far as piecing, where do you plan? You plan on progressing more, practicing more piecing?
Yeah, I'm hoping that, this summer done passed already. I didn't really get to, get up or whatever, but I'm hoping that, some of my graph friends like yourself, everybody's busy doing their thing or whatever, but we'll find some, days here and there, just go out, do a piece here and there.
I remember we used to go in the handball courts.
Yeah, and that's how, that's all learning, it's all like learning to hit free throws, just standing at the line shooting a whole bunch of them. I just want to be able to get nice enough where I can have that outlet, late night somewhere, just be like, I just want to get out the house, grab a little bag or whatever, throw some cans in and go just do a piece.
Something just for you.
By myself, nobody around, late at night, 4 in the morning, and just be like, yeah, whatever, and bounce. I'm hoping that, I can find the time. I've been real busy though, with what I'm doing and everything, with the music, a couple of artists I have, the Shay signed, and I got Paula Perry signed, working on her album, so I've been crazy. But, if I can't do it, those that's out there, do it for me, throw me up, whatever.
Yeah, the ace with the slash, right? And ASC when we saw
yeah,
little slash.
Yeah.
Because some people just can't quit, man.
I need to go out and do something right now. I'm feeling it. Plus, it's like an escape too. You know what I'm saying? Like back when we was bombing or whatever. For me, it was like an escape because I had like a real stiff life. I was with somebody in a relationship or whatever. That shit was like real stiff, and I just had to like go be on the wild side and do some other shit. Separate from that shit.
That feeling, I know, Ace. I know that feeling.
That's an escape, man. You know what I'm saying?
Cameraman is laughing back there. He knows what's going on. But as far let's talk on the new album you're working on right now. Slaughter. Okay, the first one. Let's go. Let's recap everybody for those out there that don't know what's going on. Like the first, second, third, whatever albums you've done.
Right. First album, Take a Look Around, with Marley and them on Cold Chillin'.
Okay, let's go to that. A lot of people think that you was down with the Juice Crew. You told me you weren't. Okay, well, you associate with him just because everybody kind of gets like we Ace from the Juice Crew, and I want you to clarify that.
I guess as far as is the perception, as far as the symphony and the public perception, I guess I'm part of the Juice Crew on that level. But when I was telling you that I wasn't, it was because they had a management company, and everybody that was managed by that management company was in the Juice Crew, and they had said to me, if you don't get down with our management, then you're not in the Juice Crew. And I didn't get. I got outside management. So as far as they was concerned at that time, I wasn't down.
So it was like a freelance thing.
But that was just like trying to make me feel like an outsider, so I would fucking sign a bullshit contract, which I wasn't gonna do. That's really what it was about. Cause now, 1997, 98, they trying to bring back some Juice Crew.
Yeah, all the old shit
they
trying to bring back.
Yeah. So now they want me to get down on some songs or whatever, So I mean, whatever they were saying back then, which they probably don't even remember saying that shit to me, but when you young and everything you doing means something, you remember shit. Like when somebody say some shit like that to you, you remember that shit. You
keep it to heart,
yeah. Trying to tell me I'm not down, so alright.
How old are you, Ace? How old are you?
Come on, man, relax.
Alright. Alright, let's put it this way. How old were you when Star Wars came out?
I don't know, I was in high school, I can tell you that.
Alright, cool.
I was in high school when Star Wars came out.
Cool. But and then let's recap on the album. So first one was
Take a Look Around.
Yeah.
That came out in 90. Then I had Slaughterhouse. That came out in 92.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Then I had Sitting on Chrome, which came out in 94. And now, damn, 94, here we are, 97. Get ready to drop the new joint. I didn't know I took this long, shit. I had to hurry up.
Yo, so what's the name of the new album you haven't chosen yet?
Right now, it's going to be called One Life to Live.
Alright, cool.
That's what it's going to be called.
How many tracks going to be in it?
Man, anywhere from 13 to 16, somewhere like that.
So the CD is probably going to have more than the tape.
Yeah, I'll probably have a bonus cut on the CD or something like that. I never really liked, giving people bonuses for the CD, because CD wasn't really one of the original music forms. I think you should get a bonus for buying a vinyl, if anything, because that was where it was,
Okay, on the DJ tips, I know they got a lot of DJs out there that's going to be watching this, so on the DJ tip, what do you think the whole thing about the vinyl and, what's going on with vinyl and everything?
I think it's whack that labels is trying to dead vinyl, man. I mean...
Especially hip-hop labels.
That's stupid. I mean, most of them, they starting to get smart again now, because the mixtape shit is getting hot, and that's getting real popular, and most of the independents, the hip-hop independents, is realizing that vinyl is important. It's the major labels. They don't feel like that they really can make no money on vinyl, so that's why they pulling back on it. But shit, you still gotta put vinyl in the store for those house
DJs,
party,
yeah.
the house party DJs, the mixtape DJs, just the underground street DJs that do their little parties.
So you got any words to say about any word to say about the graffiti tip, MC, DJing, music tip, whatever you got to say. Any last words to people out there that what I'm saying about Masta Ace, your point of view?
Well, I'm just saying, wherever you are, whatever you do, live your life. Do it your way. Enjoy what you're doing. Don't worry about what nobody else is saying or got to say, cause nothing that nobody say gonna define who you are. Know your history, cause a lot of people don't know their history and shit, and they talking, but they don't know, they past. Just like I said, in this interview, that graph was about fame originally. A lot of people thought that graph was just about, style, or about just, having your shit being the prettiest, and that thing coming to later. But no, try to learn your history. Talk to niggas that's older than you. Find out, shit that you don't know. Don't think you know everything, cause a lot of these young cats, 18, 19, they don't know shit. They ain't seen nothing.
It's true.
This is a whole bunch of people that came before you. Not only know your history, but respect it, especially music. On the music tip, hip hop didn't start with Bad Boy and Puffy. There was a whole lot of people before that paved the way, and they realized that. But a lot of
mention some names,
a lot of young fans, don't know about the Treacherous 3 or about Furious 5 or about niggas like that represented Turnout Brothers and shit like that. They don't know about they know about Funkmaster Flex on the Friday Night Street Jam, but they don't know about the world famous Supreme Team or Africa Islam, Son of Bambaataa. Back in the days, WHBI, when I was there with the tape recorder, taping all that shit, niggas cutting up live, break beats, niggas rhyming on the air, just the raw shit till 5 in the morning. Shit ain't nothing like how it used to be. I mean, I ain't one of those gonna just be on some constantly back in the day shit, but just know that what y'all living now ain't everything, and it's a whole other chapter that y'all need to learn about. And just know your history, yo. That's all you gotta do. Know your history and respect it, and then everything that you living now, live that too.
Because definitely Ace is living it, what I'm saying? He's living it without a doubt. He's doing all levels of hip-hop, representing. And yo, Ace, we want to thank you for this interview. And we're definitely going to get into peace and tip, and going to talk and all that.
Help me out.
Definitely. So yo, check out the new album for Masta Ace. When is it releasing? The single or the album?
The single will be out this year, 97, around Christmas, Thanksgiving, something like that. The album will be out top of next year. Look for it. It's the best one yet. Sorry it took so long, but it's here, it's ready, and it's hot.
So look out for the album, and definitely Ace represent, everybody else represent out there, and try to listen to some of the stuff he said, because yo, speaking from here, and I know him, and I can tell you speaking from here. So peace.